I've never even picked myself on a computer game, to be honest with you. No, I honestly haven't. My favourite ever manager was Joe Roll. I've always said that. I think when I came through at City it was at a crucial time, and it was tough as well, being a kid away from home, and then I kind of looked up to him, and he kind of just put his arm around me and kind of believed in me, really, and basically said you can do whatever you want to do, go out and enjoy it, and it kind of set the pathway for me.
Have you seen him recently? I wonder if there's like a moment where you see him and you're like, oh.
You know what? I've only either heard his voice on radio or just seen him on the TV. I've never bumped into him since we parted ways, basically.
I feel like we need to make that happen. I feel like it needs to be like a meet-up again.
For me, it would have to be, I think, John Terry. I think at the time when I was at Chelsea, there was a few rocky roads, and he always seemed to be able to change that and change my mind and get me back to focusing. So for me, I think for overall out of that, I would say him.
So is that in terms of what he did for you off the pitch or during games as well?
Both, yeah, I would say it's both. I thought it was good. I think when I was at City, I didn't really have that much problems because I had the fans, do you know what I mean? So I didn't really need to rely on my captain, because if it was going bad, the fans still lifted me. So it was a pretty different situation.
Still got the fans now, sure. You're far too modest to ever say yourself. Do you ever say yourself in anything?
I've never even picked myself on a computer game, to be honest with you. No, I honestly haven't. I don't know. It just felt weird, always playing with myself or picking myself. It's both ways. It could be modest, or if I pick myself, then I'm picking myself because it's me. So I'm not going to win either way. So I just always stepped away from it. Ooh, that is a hard one, but I'm going to have to say Hernan Crespo.
Oh, wow, okay. I don't think anyone's expecting that.
Yeah, he was just after being around Anelka and then Robbie Fowler, because I felt Robbie Fowler was more natural at finishing than, in a way, Nick sometimes. And then when I went down there and then Hernan came in, you had Didier, who was unbelievable as well, but Hernan Crespo just... Every one of his finish looked cultured. He never needed any power or anything like that. He always just guided it and put it in, and he was left, right, header as well. He just amazed me at the time.
I love that. That's really, really interesting insight.
You know what? I'm going to say Stevie Ireland.
Love that.
Yeah, I think when I was at Chelsea, you had Claude, who couldn't finish. He couldn't hit a barn door. And you can pass that on, but he was probably the best defending midfielder I've ever seen in my life, and they basically named the position after him. And then you had Frank, who just scored goals and created goals, didn't defend necessarily as much. Whereas I found with Stevie Ireland, he was at the thick of things in his own box as much as he was in the attacking box. So I think I'm going to say Stevie Ireland.
His work rate as a fan as well, we adored him because his work rate was insane. Similar to yours as well. That's what we love players that just work hard.
It's a pity that ain't there anymore.
You're not playing five-a-side, no.
Oh, Micah.
Really?
Micah Richards, hands down, yeah.
Why?
Because everyone thinks he's just like a cuddly teddy bear and always laughing. But he has a little switch, and when he loses it, seeing the size of him, he'll be a hard man to stop. Him and Nader Manua.
Have you ever seen him lose it? Did he lose it?
I've seen him get angry, but he can rein it back in, which is pretty good.
I like it. I like it. I have seen him doing boxing training on his Instagram as well, so...
Yeah, I've been watching that as well. I saw him do a fat test this morning.
What?
Yeah. If you go on his Insta story, you'll be able to see it.
I love that. Christmas for me. Yeah. Again, you can say you. Come on,
I was going to say myself then, but Naden won't be happy about it, but I'm still going to say me.
You and Naden of throwing it down. I feel like at some point we need to get you. But he's still fit now though, isn't he?
Yeah, he's only just retired, so I'm never racing him now. I'm going to give him 10 years. But he will never put weight on. He still works out. Danny Mills.
Never.
Yeah, I'm going to say Millsy.
Never.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect that from him. Was he a swat?
I wouldn't say so much a swat, but he liked to please. Whereas some of us just played for the fans. And then the rest kind of took care of itself.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Drogba.
Drogba was?
Yeah.
Did people just let him, or was it because he was the best?
No, I think it was a bit of mix, but he had a good collective range of music for everybody in the dressing room. So it always had the room bubbling or the bus bubbling.
Are you still DJing?
No, I produce now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on the side. It's on a break at the minute, but yeah.
Love it. Is there any footballers that you think you could produce? Any that you've seen with any sort of musical talent?
My brother. Bradley, yeah. Bradley's got a lot of musical talent.
Love it. What a talented family.
I hope so.
Thank you, Shaun. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure. So that was Shaun Wright-Phillips talking ahead of City versus Chelsea with his teammates. I really enjoyed that. I hope you did as well. So a big thank you for joining us on Matchday Live.
Now in injury time, can they score 4? Oh yes they can! Shaun Wright-Phillips really rubs it in. Perfect end to a perfect day. Manchester City 4, Manchester United 1. Wright-Phillips. Decent attempt and what a goal! Brilliant goal by Shaun Wright-Phillips. No more than he has deserved in this first half. Fabulous effort and City are 2 up.
Well, what a delightful strike this is. That is the highest quality strike from Shaun Wright-Phillips. Direct the build-up again. They don't pick Shaun Wright-Phillips up. They allow him to turn. They allow him to go again. And he strikes it superbly. Keeper's got no chance. Nobody picks him up. They've not been able to stop him all afternoon. Again, they don't stop him and they play the penalty for him.